Come and fight is near the skyline. Violent love we can't deny now. A broken man stands by in silence, watching worlds that leave us helpless. He prays with all his heart now. He cries for change to guide us, so the light will shine so bright on people lost in darkness. The future's written in the old ways, prophecies of final days.
I am a killer stained with sin. Watch me cling, make me all again.
Yes, sir, man. You already know what time it is. We are back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got out the pound and are ready for the next rounds. With that being said, make sure y'all grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the fuck the case may be, because we finna jump right into this episode. And as y'all can see the title of this episode, this live, whatever you want to call it, we got 3 different topics that we're going to be checking out. Number 1 is this song that was requested for me to check out. It's called G.O.A.T. Edwards. We're going to get into that. And then we're also going to get into some quote-unquote music conspiracy, as you can see. I don't know if y'all ever heard about them before or not, but them subliminal, quote-unquote subliminal messages or creepy songs that are played backwards. And then we're going to check out some of the Tates emergency meeting that dropped earlier today. I think it was like 14 hours ago in my time that it dropped. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get this pulled on up here. Boom. Just like that. Oh no, dude. I can't fucking stand when this shit happens. Hold up. Can I fix this? No. Alright, here's what I'm gonna have to do then. My bad, y'all. Technical difficulty. Sometimes whenever you forget to actually let off of the damn mouse pad, even if it's just for a split second, it'll fuck your window up. And I can't stand that shit, dude. I'm go ahead and pause that real quick. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Fuck. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up on here. I thought I did it again for a second, bro. I was about to get fucking pissed. But now we good. Alright, change the layouts. And we are good. Alright, let's get into this, man. 3, 2, 1.
Shot dead like yours, man. It'll be Leon cause I ain't losing. Right match to them bad night fuming. This ain't my style, I like DB. No style, fight just the Oski. Drop a new game, you'll get the same result. If you come too quick, I'm at a door or a fork. It's crazy that they duck when they see me on. Got the aura of a John and the speed like Tom. It's crazy that they duck when they see me on. Got the aura of a John and the speed like Tom. Headshot dead like yours, man. He'll be Leon, but I ain't losing. Right now, shit, I'm bad, now we fuming. They say my style, I like DD, no style. Fight just the Yoski. Drop a new game, you get the same result. If you come too quick, I'm at a door of oak. It's crazy that they duck when they see me on. Got the aura of a John and the speed like Tom. It's crazy that they duck when they see me on. Got the aura of a John and the speed like Tom.
Sir, that sounded like if Drake did like techno, like rave type music. That shit was pretty damn good. It's just a vibe. And it's catchy too. I like that. There's some techno music that I don't mind listening to. I ain't gonna lie, but like I'm not a huge like techno genre, rave music person. Like honestly, it's just not my cup of tea. But there's a couple of songs out there here and there that I won't mind listening to. And I don't think that's a song that I would skip if it came on. Most songs that aren't really my cup of tea, I'll skip just because it's not. I don't really like it. But I don't think I would skip that one if it came on. Unless I just wasn't in the mood, genuinely in the mood to listen to no type of techno. But yeah, this shit was fire. Hell yeah. So the next topic that we're gonna get into, you guys can see right here. Top 10 creepiest songs when played in reverse. It seems like it's gonna be mostly a music themed live tonight. This is by Watch Mojo. Watch Mojo, dude, I didn't even know this was by you at first until just now. I'm going to have to speed this shit up. Because I already know y'all be hoeing. Y'all be hoeing like a motherfucker. Don't take me down, Watch Mojo, please. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this shit, man.
Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepiest songs when played in reverse.
There are no subliminal messages on Better By You, Better Than Me. There are no subliminal messages in any way, shape or form on any Judas Priest record.
For this list, we're looking at tracks that infamously feature disturbing messages or noises when played backwards. We're going to be including both intentional backmasking as well as unintentional phonetic reversals. So listen up and prepare to get scared. Have you ever tried playing your favorite song backwards? What did you hear? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Final Scream, Grim Reaper. British heavy metal band Grim Reaper achieved an impressive level of commercial success with their 1983 debut, See You in Hell. Serving as a callback to this album,
It's crazy how music back then like that was considered heavy metal. Because like to me now that shit just sounds like it would be like rock.
for soft
Crazy how times have changed, bro.
more effort, Fear No Evil featured a little nod to their mainstream breakthrough. The album's closing track, Final Scream, features plenty of theatricality right from the opening narration, but the actual end of the song includes a backmasked message that states quite simply, quote, "See you in hell." It's the sort of cool ending that feels right at home in the heyday of classic heavy metal. Number 9, Gonna Raise Hell, Cheap Trick. Gonna Raise Hell by Cheap Trick is nearly 10 minutes in length, so trying to single out one satanic...
Damn. 10 minutes? That's crazy. See, back then, they wasn't afraid to make long-ass songs. Nowadays, people don't want to make no long-ass songs.
sentence isn't exactly easy, but nevertheless, this urban legend has followed the song for decades. And you know what? It is there. If you listen just after the 4-minute mark, the reversed Robin Zander sounds like he's saying, quote, "You know Satan holds the key to the lock." Is it intentional? We're not sure, but it certainly raises some questions about whether or not we should call the Dream Police on these classic rockers. Number 8, El Dorado, Electric Light Orchestra. There's something to be said about embracing a happy accident. Jeff Lynne of ELO, however, wasn't exactly keen that fans picked up on some unintentional messages on the song El Dorado. When the song is played backwards, Lynne sounds like he's talking about the mark of the beast and an infernal Christ. But this definitely was not part of Lynne's master plan. What the band leader did do, however, was include some very intentional messages on songs like Fire on High, cheekily referenced.
See, I wish they would have put like lyrics on the screen for what they think it says so you could read it, so you could understand it better. Some people don't be doing that shit, and that should be annoying.
Saying how, quote, "Music is reversible, but time is not."
The music is reversible, but time
Turn back. Turn back.
Number 7, As Flittermice as Satan's Spies, Dark Throne. The message in this song was most definitely intentional. Dark Throne is one of the elder statesmen of black metal, an extreme subgenre that originated in Norway. In black metal songs, the lyrics and actual crimes committed by musicians occasionally overlap.
It was also not as well produced. It was more about the atmosphere the music created.
As Flittermice as Satan's Spies makes no bones about its backmasking when it states, quote, "In the name of God, let the churches burn."
In the name of God, let the churches burn.
This is a direct reference to
Hell no, boy. And see, my interest in metal only goes so deep to a certain point. Like, if I know that it's straight up satanic, I'm gonna fucking turn that shit off quick. Or if it sounds satanic, or if like the image looks satanic, I won't fuck with it. But bands like Impending Doom or Whitechapel or Wage War, Lamb of God, I fuck with those bands. And those are really the only like metal bands that I like to listen to, that are like death metal, metalcore, that type of shit.
profile church burnings that made the genre controversial in the early 90s, leading to prison times for several black metal artists. Number 6, Dinner at Deviant's Palace, Cradle of Filth. There's more extreme metal in store for our next pick, although it's not of the Norwegian variety. England's Cradle of Filth is one of the genre's foremost success stories. They've courted controversy through their merchandise, with messaging that's offended religious leaders. The track Dinner at Deviant's Palace also has a religious connection, specifically the Lord's Prayer spoken in reverse, sometimes recited by Satanists during Black Mass. Of course, this means that if you do play it backwards, the prayer isn't backwards, but in context, it's somehow even creepier that way. Number 5, Snowblind, Styx. Hey, did you know that Styx worship the devil? Well, the band wasn't aware of this either. That is, until fans picked up on this little phonetic reversal. We're guessing that 80s rock fans had a lot of free time. They sure seem to have spun their vinyl backwards like this a lot, but we're glad they did, because how else could we know Snowblind contains satanic praise? It's brief, but there is a small section of the song where Dennis DeYoung sounds like he's saying, quote, "Satan move through our voice." Again, we doubt Styx did this on purpose, but the band is named after a river in the Greek underworld, so maybe there is something sinister hiding between the lines. Number 4, Hell Awaits, Slayer. On the surface, the next entry on our list might seem like a no-brainer. We are talking about Slayer after all, one of the most successful metal bands to use blatant satanic imagery in their songs. As frontman Tom Araya has mentioned in multiple
Oh, you good, bro. Hey, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm tripping, but it's crazy how, like, when I started playing this every once in a while, I don't know if it's a bird that flies by or what, but it's like a shadow that goes across the window, and like I can see it on the curtain, and it's like this big of a shadow. So I'm saying I don't know if it's a bird or what, but that shit is low key like coincidental timing type shit.
interviews, this was largely due to youthful enthusiasm and a fascination with horror movies. This explains the backmasking in the band's classic jam Hell Awaits, which pays homage to Sam Raimi's Evil Dead with its repeated phrase of, quote, "Join us." Join us, join us, join us, join us, join us. Of course, this doesn't change the fact that Hell Awaits is frighteningly intense at any speed, the kind of song that encapsulates heavy metal's dark reputation. Number 3, Better By You, Better Than Me, Judas Priest. There was some real-life tragedy behind Judas Priest's cover of the Spooky Tooth song Better By You, Better Than Me. The band were the defendants in a lawsuit back in 1990 that claimed subliminal messages in their version drove 2 young men to take their own lives. The prosecution claimed there were backmasked instances of the phrase "do it" buried within the song, but the case against the band was dismissed.
Are there subliminal "do it" on the Better By You, Better Than Me song?
Absolutely not.
Frontman Rob Halford, who took the stand in the case, argued that a message to, quote, buy more records would be far more productive, and that the phrase do it doesn't reference anything specifically, least of all self-destruction. Number 2, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin. Many of the alleged backwards messages featured in this list have been relatively brief, but Led Zeppelin was never a band to do things in half measures. The band cultivated an aura of mystery behind them, such as guitarist Jimmy Page's fascination with the occult. This almost certainly fed into the rumors of subliminal messages lurking within the band's worldwide hit Stairway to Heaven. Page, however, says that he didn't intentionally hide anything in the song, despite both fans and detractors alike claiming that Stairway was an ode to My Sweet Satan and the number of the beast 666.
So, if I said to somebody, hey, your stairway lies in the whispering wind, I'd basically be telling them that they're going to hell because the whispering wind was the Piper's Path, as we've already sung.
Before we name our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Empty Spaces, Pink Floyd. If you isolate the left channel, you'll hear a secret message. Hotel California, Eagles. Is there a secret satanic message in this hotel? Stormbringer, Deep Purple. David Coverdale quoting The Exorcist. Hate Your Skate, Choking
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't hear a single thing that it said in that last one that it just played.
Victim. Intentional backmasking with some very bad language.
Stay in school. Stay doing drugs. Oh yeah. Hail Satan.
You Could Feel the Sky. Boards of Canada. A different kind of God. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your
Dad, this is amazing. If you play this backwards, it says Paul is dead.
It's known as the Paul is Dead theory, the urban legend that Beatles bassist Paul McCartney is actually long gone and was replaced in the band with a double. Proponents claim that the Beatles hid subliminal and backmasked messages in their songs as proof, with the conspiracy spanning across multiple Beatles LPs. There's a wealth of takes on this urban legend, but many fans point to Strawberry Fields Forever containing a line where John Lennon supposedly says, "I buried Paul." Others point to I'm So Tired as being an ode to how much Lennon missed McCartney. The biggie, however, is probably Revolution Number 9, an experimental track from the White Album that, when played backwards, is supposed to say, quote, "Turn me on, dead man." Freaky stuff.
Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man.
Do you agree with our picks? Check.
Those last two ones were definitely probably the creepiest out of all of them. And you know, back then, I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff really was hidden in there, with or without the intentional knowledge of the artists themselves. Because, you know, Satan moves through music. So I wouldn't be surprised if this shit really was somehow hidden or placed in there. Or if the record labels wrote these songs, or at least some of the songs anyways, that way intentionally and said, here, record these. I don't know. I don't know how record labels work. But that would be one of my guesses. Some crazy stuff, man. Some crazy stuff. With that being said, oh no, I almost did the wrong thing, boy. That would have sucked. With that being said, we're going to move on to the last topic of the night, which is the Andrew Tate emergency meeting. Now, I don't know if we'll check it out all tonight or not, but we're definitely going to get into it. And y'all going to have to remember, this is on Rumble, it's not on YouTube, so there are fucking ads on here, so you're just going to have to bear with me with this dumb shit.
Amber, you're incredibly creative.
Shut up. I don't give a fuck. Right there. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this pulled back up on screen. Try not to fuck up these tabs again. Alright. We are good to go. Let me go ahead and turn the playback speed up a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's get into it, man.
Been a while, friends. It's been a while. Don't think I forgot about you. I would never forget about my friends at the emergency meetings. Some of my truest friends in the world who have been with me through everything. The ups, the super ups, the mega ups, the monumental ups. It's all up for me, you know? Even when it looks like I'm down, I'm not. I'm just loading a huge up. Or pulling the spring back. And whatever comes down must go up. It's like a ball. It bounces at the bottom. It's only up for me. Up is all I know. Ask your girl. So, I was conversating with my good chums here at the HQ, and I thought, perhaps I should take this conversation online because I believe it might be quite pertinent. It might be very useful for some of you at home. It's been a while since I've injected fire into your blood with the monumental motivation that only Tate can somehow provide. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm also here to gloat and brag a little bit because I was right, as I always am. And I'm here to remind you of the things I said because you may have forgotten, but I remember every word I've ever said ever. So we're going to talk about the fact that I was right and that you should have listened to me. My brand is built on the fact that I'm right before everybody else. That's what my brand is built on. And it's enough for me to be monumentally successful in the rat race, in the permanent economic game that all of us must play. You cannot escape the game of money. You cannot escape the game of power, influence, and status. So for that reason, if you cannot escape the game, you may as well get very good at the game. How do you get good at the game? Well, let me give you all a life hack. This is a life hack straight from the desk of Top G into your mind. If you go first, you have an advantage. The entire game of life is basically just finding a way to go first. If you go first, you win. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to overthink it. If you were first into Bitcoin, you won. If you got a property all those years ago, you won. If you got into the stock market all those years ago, you won. If you're the first person to go up to a girl in a bar, you stand a better chance. Because if you're the 10th guy, she's a bit tired, a bit annoyed, doesn't want to keep getting pestered when she's trying to talk to her friends, and 9 men have already tried. Who says she hasn't already given her number out 3 times? She doesn't need to give it out a 4th time. You gotta go first. If you get in a street fight, if you hit him first, your chance of winning is monumentally higher than if he hits you first. You gotta swing first. He's in your face. The fight is inevitable. If you swing first, you get to wobble him. You get 1 free shot. If you let him hit you first, you either have to absorb his shot, block his shot, dodge his shot before you get a chance to even counter. The fight might be over from the first shot. Going first is a monumental advantage in nearly all things. So when you're sitting at home thinking, how do I win? And it doesn't matter in what it is. Doesn't matter if you're trying to outrun somebody in a 100-meter sprint. Doesn't matter if you're trying to make money. Doesn't matter if you're trying to become famous. You've got to be the first one to do it. Go first, you win. So you should be in a permanent state of anxiety, feeling the stress of trying to find the opportunity to go before everybody else. And the common man doesn't do this. The common average man wants to wait for everybody else to go first to make sure it's safe. Let me see what everyone else does. That's why people are buying Bitcoin now. When everyone else went first, they were scared. But now everybody does it, they want to get in. Well, guess what? A lot of the monumental returns, the possibility to be monumentally wealthy off of a meager investment is now gone. Risk and reward are linked.
Man, you ain't even lying about that. Y'all too late. You waited too long on this Bitcoin shit. I don't know what the fuck this Chuck Norris shit is. I avoid these. What the fuck, bro? Who cares? Y'all waited too long. And that's y'all's issue, is that you be waiting too long. Ooh, I'm waiting for the right opportunity. I'm waiting for the right moment, the perfect time. There is no such thing as the perfect time. The time is now. And if you don't get it, guess what? It's going to pass by. It's going to be like a bubble that floats just out of your reach. The bubble floating right here. Your hand right here, just out of reach. You can't even reach your finger out and touch it. That's tough. Because you waited too long.
Like a crazy woman who's hot. Unfortunately, the hot ones are crazy. Risk and reward. It's how it goes. Yin and yang, light and dark, up and down. You cannot avoid these things. So you must be permanently pushing to move first, to take action, to do something. right away. You're the first one to do it, you see huge rewards. That's one of the things I've always found so strange about human nature. If I outlay an opportunity to you people, if I say you should do something and you believe in me and you're watching me because you know I'm successful and smart and you believe what I'm saying, you should pause the emergency meeting and instantly do it. Straight away. You shouldn't wait for the meeting to stop. You shouldn't take a piss. You shouldn't think about it. You shouldn't ask your friends. You shouldn't Google it. You should do it. Because if you do it, you are first. And if you are first, you win. This is a universal law. It's built into the laws of physics, into the cosmos. The way the simulation has been coded. When it was written by God himself, he built in a power bonus, a boost, for anybody who acts with immediate. But it seems a lot of you don't quite understand this yet. And I think, upon reflection, which I do quite often, the reason you don't believe is because you believe somehow, somewhere, something is out there coming to save you. And that's why I wanted to do this emergency meeting, to make it clear to you that nobody is going to save you. Trump ain't going to save you. I'm not going to save you. Your family's not going to save you. Luck isn't going to save you. Nothing is going to save you.
That's a fact, bro. Y'all be... See, here's the thing, man. Dude, fuck off with this Chuck Norris shit. Y'all gotta... A lot of y'all didn't understand at the time when you voted for Trump that he's not going to fix your current living situation. He's not going to fix your current debt that you're in because you still owe money on a car or you still owe money on a house or whatever the case may be. He's not just going to make that shit go away. He's going to make it easier for you to be able to pay it off. But he's not going to make that shit just go away. That's not how this shit works. It's not. And y'all didn't understand that. Y'all thought when you voted for Trump, yeah, boy, everything's going to be low priced and all this, that, and the third, and I ain't going to have no more debt and all. No, it don't work like that, bro. Trump is for America's safety. He's for America's success. And in order for America to be safe, our country needs to be cleaned out of all the illegals. And in order for our country to be successful, everybody has to be working. It's called a capitalist country for a reason. You get what you work for. And if you don't work, that's tough shit. Now, if you physically cannot work, like if you're wheelchair bound or whatever, that's a whole different story. But if you fully functioning and fully capable of working and you don't want to work, that's your fault. You a fat ass, bro. You a fat, lazy ass. Get up off your ass and go get a job or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump's not going to just snap his fingers and make $1 million fall into your fucking bank account, bro. It doesn't work like that.
You're in a barren sea. You're in the middle of the Pacific. There's no ships around. You can swim or you can drown. Now, it's a long swim. It's true. But you better get started, because you can't just float there waiting for some miracle. We've talked about rain dancing and how if you act, if you take action, the universe seems to bend. The code of the simulation seems to change, and then you get lucky. If you begin to swim, perhaps you'll see a boat. But if you stay there, you won't. Why? Because God does not reward quitters, and he doesn't reward the slow. You know, as counterintuitive as this may sound, God does not reward the thinkers. He rewards the action takers. It's the bell curve. The people who instantly take action without thinking do pretty good. A lot of stupid people get very rich by instantly taking action without thinking. Then you have the very smart people who take action and then think about the action they took. They think post-action. I'm going to take an action because I have to be first. Now let me think about what I've done. I've done something. So now let me think about how to make the most of the action I have taken. The people in the middle who are thinking about action only lose because they are never first. Thinking is slow. And they do that because they believe something is coming to save them. You know, a lot of you will notice that our emergency meeting schedule slowed down. That's temporary. We're going to be back soon at full swing. But one of the reasons is the world's gotten very political now. It's all just politics. And I don't have that much interest in politics anymore because the battle against the liberals has been won. My question to you, sir, as a consummate professional, is Is your life any better now that that battle's been won? I mean, Trump was coming to save us all. I'm glad Trump won. I'm the biggest Trump fan. But if you actually analyze your life now to the same time last year, you're in the most favorable administration you could hope for. Donald Trump, real G, they're coming after the deep state. They said they're going to lock everyone up. They're tired of the shenanigans. They're putting an end to it all. The cryptos are. He's going to put a bunch of crypto into the real. We're all going to be rich. It's all going to be fantastic. When he won, after dodging a bullet in November, you believed by this time, this year, you would be a millionaire with a harem of trad wives. And I ask you, sir, do you have a harem of trad wives?
Hell no. You know why? Because these motherfuckers didn't do shit. Their life, dude, fuck off. Their life is still the same as it was when fucking Joe Biden was in office as it is now that Trump is in office, is because they have not taken any action at all whatsoever to make a better change for their lives.
No. Are you rich? No. Do you still struggle to pay your fucking bills? Yes. What has changed? Nothing.
What did I just say, bro? What did I just say? They haven't done a damn thing.
So why weren't you taking action back in November or December of last year? It's because you believed that the system was coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you.
And it is that exact belief and reliance on a system that will lead people to be deceived by the system of the mark of the beast.
And the reason I'm doing this emergency meeting is to remind you of the fact that I told you that. I am so excited for the next 4 years. For the next 4 years, because it is winning time. And if you're sitting at home watching this, you have to understand what I said to you previously when the election was first won. I said winning time is going to be fantastic for the winners. It's going to be terrible for the losers.
You know, funnily enough, I actually remember this specific clip.
It is now a meritocracy. No more easy mode. No more games. No more sympathy. Nobody's going to give a fuck about the losers losing. Everyone's going to be celebrating the winners winning more than ever before. I like that because I'm a winner. You have to make a decision if you're a winner or a loser. Because if you're a loser, you're going to hate the next 4 years. If you're going to sit around and cry about being depressed and say you were born in the wrong body and moan that you have no money and that it's too hard to go to work, that you have no motivation and you're tired, guess what? You're going to lose. You're going to hate the next 4
Tristan just nonchalantly, you're going to lose. Hold up.
What if your joint
pain shit,
isn't
bro.
from age, isn't from wear and tear?
Fuck off.
And moan that you have no money and that it's too hard to go to work, that you have no motivation and you're tired, guess what? You're going to lose. You're going to hate the next 4 years. These next 4 years are for winners who want to win. Losers are going to suffer more. Losers are going to suffer more than they ever did. Because you know what? The last administration was taking the hard work of winners, taking all of their merit, and dishing out a little bit to each of the losers. To detriment the winners and try and prop the losers up a little bit while stealing a whole bunch of money in between. That is gone. The garbage is over. Losers are going to suffer more than they've ever suffered, and winners are going to win more than they've ever won. And if you're a winner, you should be excited. If you're a loser, you better change teams quick because there's no more sympathy for anybody. As a professional, what action have you taken since Trump's victory to ensure that your life is fixed?
None.
Not what action did you hope Trump would take? Not what action were you hoping the system would take for you? What action have you taken? You as an individual, what have you done? Because you should have done something back in November when that clip played. You should have done something then because then you would be first. The second best time, the first time being the past, the second best time is the present. And the worst time to possibly take action is the future. Because every day you delay is a day of life that you're going to experience without progression. You know, I am glad Trump won for a myriad of reasons. But one of the reasons I'm most glad for is that when it all comes back, when it all comes back, and it's coming back, the DEI, all the fucking liberal bullshit, the trannies, the drag queens, when the hordes of darkness once again descend on your towns, villages, and life, when the censorship ramps up, when the inflation continues to spiral out of control, when everything gets worse than it's ever been, which is guaranteed to happen in the next couple of administrations, I'm going to say, why didn't you win when Trump was there? Why didn't you take action and do something when the administration was on your side? Because you were waiting for them to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. You must go first. And I'm a man who likes to stay in just workings with the universe. You know what happens when you get monumentally wealthy? You wouldn't know because you're not rich like me. You don't have all the kind of money and cars and assets, gold, Bitcoin. You know, I don't want to brag or anything, but I have more money than you'll ever have in your fucking life. But you know what happens when you get monumentally rich? You become strangely superstitious. Because you have all this money now, and you're allowed to be superstitious. You know, why not? He's wearing green shoes. Don't trust that nigger. I don't need a reason because I'm rich. I made it up. I make up things. And one of my superstitions is to always stay within the just workings of the universe. So if I see a universal law, I try and make sure everything I do stays within the laws of the universe. I don't fight against the universal laws. And the reason for this is because then I know by working with as opposed to against, I get a deep karmic understanding of these laws, which allows me to accurately predict the future, which is my basic skill, the only skill I have, but it's the only skill I've ever needed. I can predict the future. I can read when my opponent's about to hit me so I can knock him out. I can tell when there's going to be a massive surge of wealth so I can get there first. I can see the future. So I work within the laws of the universe so that I have the best possible deep tissue understanding of the laws of the universe. Which is why I will always reward anybody I work with who acts first. And if you act second, you will pay a penalty, not only from me, but also from the code of the simulation itself, because it is built that way. So before we go on to another clip, once again proving how I flawlessly predicted the future, I want to talk about how the Real World 2.0 is coming, and the very clear distinction between first generation and second generation students. In fact, I'm going to get a whiteboard.
Word. See, this is where y'all fucked up at, bro. Is that y'all should have been in the real world a long time ago, but you didn't get in there. Why? Oh, I can do it on my own. Okay, go ahead. See what happens.
To make this so clean and clear that everybody, even a female, could understand. Let's do the whiteboard. Markers. The real world has gone through many different incarnations. We've been attacked, bombed, raided. They attempted to silence us. They attempted to sever our connection to the mainframe. They attempted to take us offline so we could no longer help our students. All of that happening was still the first generation of the real world.
See, isn't that crazy? A university that is legit helping people in their everyday lives is being attacked in such a way that they're trying to take it off, like take it down, and disperse it. That's insane to me. That just goes to show you how greedy the Matrix is.
The reason for that is because the real world is a place where you can make money. The Real World 1.0 The Real World 1.0 is a place where you can make money. Across the next 90 days, we're rolling out features which turn the Real World 1.0 into the Real World 2.0. What is the difference? The difference is in the Real World 2.0, you can not only make money, you can grow money, you can send money, and you can receive money. So in the Real World 1.0, you make money and send it to your bank. In the Real World 2.0, you make money and you can leave it in the platform. You can then send money to other students and hire them to do jobs inside of a job board. You can also be hired by me or other students or professors to complete tasks and be sent money. You can receive it. And inside of it, there'll be a staking program that allows you to grow your money. So the Real World 2.0 allows you to do 4 things financially, whereas the Real World 1.0 and all its incarnations primarily allowed you to do one thing, which was make money. You can now make money, then send it to someone else, receive money from someone else, and grow your money in the Real World 2.0 across these next 90 days as the upgrades conclude. And what's very interesting is that some of these weapons, some of the things we're going to allow students to do, are going to be heavily contingent on power level. Put a 1 in the chat if I have been yelling at you to increase your power level for years. Put 1 in the chat if I've been saying your power level will determine directly how much money you have in your bank in the coming years.
And you know what's crazy? I do remember he fucking screamed that shit sometimes, bro. I do remember that shit. And I do remember seeing sometimes he would post about that shit in the real world. It's crazy, bro. There's not another university out there that does this shit like this for their students, which is why the real world is so fucking hated, which is another reason why y'all should fucking join.
One in the chat, because I have been shouting at you forever. You need to get your power level up. Your power level is going to directly affect what you can do inside of the platform. I tried to explain this to you over and over and over again. So some of our swords, the sharpest of weapons, cannot be used by all 200,000 students at once. Let's imagine we have an opportunity that only 10,000 students can make money from. How do I decide which 10,000 students get to use the weapon as opposed to which don't? Well, I do it via power level. Why? Because people with higher power level listened to me and have been working. They acted first, so they deserve the reward. This is me staying in the just workings of the universe. This is me following the code. So for that reason, I will now tell you that power level is going to become more important than ever before, because there's some things inside the platform you simply will not be able to do without it. And it is also for this reason I have drawn this distinction between the Real World 1.0 and the Real World 2.0. Anybody who joins before August 15th in 4 days will be considered a first generation student. We will consider you having joined during the Real World 1.0. And you will have a permanent power level bonus for the rest of your life. If you act now, if you act first, if you join now, you get a power level bonus on your account for life.
Y'all hear that, right? You better fucking get in there right now before the 15th. Boy, that's like fucking, what do you say, 4 days away? 4 days away, bro. 4 days away. Y'all better take advantage of that shit. Y'all sit around. I guarantee you, there's some people in this chat that are sitting around fucking stuffing Cheetos in their mouth while they're watching this shit instead of opening up their phone and going to the realworld.com and signing up. There's legit people that are sitting in the chat stuffing their fucking face full of Twinkies and washing that shit down with Mountain Dew and all this other shit, that they're not on their phone. They're not getting on their phone and typing in the real world, bitch. They're not typing in the real world. They're not going to fucking click on join now. They're not doing none of that shit, bro. They're not. They're sitting around with the fucking thumb up their ass. That's what they're doing. And this shit crazy. And y'all think it's a joke. But whenever you want to get into the real world after the 15th and you see that shit, you're like, damn, bro. Like, that's your fault. Come on now.
Or you can wait till after August 15th and join. And then you will earn power level slower than the first generation students. Because I am here to reward those who take action. This is me staying within the just workings of the universe. And the reason I am doing this, I want to make this also very clear to you. Gentlemen, we're nearly a year into the Trump admin. Midterms are coming up soon. You know, it's almost over. He's got to win the midterms. Then he's got to try and put someone else up there to represent MAGA, which is going to be hard because the entire conservative base is splintered over Israel. The liberals are going to come sweep it all up in no time. Before you know it, a tranny's going to be at your door with a big dildo.
Stop, bro. If that shit ever happened to me, I'm beating some ass.
And if you can't,
no pun intended,
pay the tranny fine, she's going to bend your ass over. Maybe that's what you want, because you don't want to fucking try anything for some reason. The Real World 1.0, every single student gets a power bonus you have until August 15th. Then you become a second generation student and you will earn power level points slower than the first generation students. And once you understand that you'll be able to grow your money at a faster pace based on your power level, you're going to be very mad that you weren't a first generation student, because those power level points will directly correlate into dollars in your bank. You must act first.
Should President Trump remove Pride Month and replace it with Veterans Month? We believe the people who spent risking their lives
to win.
Let me just say this right now. I do believe that Trump needs to replace Pride Month with Veterans Month. Fuck the ad, but yes, I do believe that 110%.
Imagine you listened to me back in November. Imagine back in November when I said you need to get your power level up, this is winter's year, you would have listened to me. In fact, listen to what I said to you in November of last year. I decided to do this emergency meeting because I decided to do this emergency meeting because I want to be able to come back to it. Halfway through next year, when I said nothing's going to change and all your hopes and dreams are going to fall flat, I'm going to play this emergency meeting on an emergency meeting. I'm going to tell you guys. Told you. You sat around thinking it's all going to be fine. Told you. You were waiting for it to rain gold from the sky. Never came, did it? Told you. This is a massive told you so. So in July of next year, I can say, you sat around on your ass, praying for fuck knows what, Trump, Elon, aliens, a leprechaun, gold from the sky, who fucking knows? But none of it came, did it? Because you're still in the same fucking room with the same shit girlfriend on the same broken-ass laptop. Bro, nothing changed. And I'm going to remind you of the fact that I told you to get rid of all that bullshit hope from your brain and get focused and knuckle down and work. And you can either waste these next 6 months before I talk to you and remind you of the fact that I was right, or you can use them. If you use them, when I play that video, you're going to be happy. If you waste them, when I play that video, you're going to be sad. But I would argue that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, then you win anyway. So what's there to worry about? Win-win. It's go time, gentlemen. It truthfully is. And I think that this little argument online should have highlighted that to you. Was I right? Was I right when I said to you 9 months ago that leprechaun is not going to come to your fucking house and give you gold? And that you better get to work now. Increase your power level, you're going to need it. Was I right? One in the chat if I was right. I was completely right. Nothing has changed. Nothing's changed. You're still in the same shit position you were then. You're still stuck somewhere in fucking Cincinnati. You ain't got any big booty cuties at all. None of your dreams have come true. None. In the most favorable administration that we all prayed for, nothing has changed.
Because people rely on the system instead of going out there and putting in the fucking work themselves. That's why nothing for them has changed. People want somebody else to put in the work for them. It doesn't work that way, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. What did my intro say? Work hard, play harder, right? You seen it earlier. Work hard, play harder. You got to work hard so you can play harder. And you got to work harder so you can play even harder. And that's just the way of the game, bro. You get what you give. If you don't give shit, then you don't get shit. That's a fact. So with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. This has been a nice, lengthy episode. Shout out to your boy, Andrew Tate, man. Always standing on business. I can't wait for the Real World 2.0, man. It's going to be a game changer. You better get your ass in there. I'm talking to you sitting on the other side of this fucking screen. You better get your ass in that motherfucking real world right now with the 4 days, really 3 days left because it's only half a day left. So 3.5 days left before that shit upgrades to 2.0. And your ass going to be mad because you ain't did it sooner. I'm talking to you on the other side of the screen sitting around stuffing your fucking face with hot Cheetos, bro. You're drinking Mountain Dew. I'm talking to you. Eating Twinkies and shit. Get out of here, bro. I'm going to let Rab take it from here. Get your ass in that motherfucking real world, bro.
Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
Motherfucker, because it's my world, and every motherfucking thing in it, that including your asshole too.
What if God send the devil in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit? Then motherfucker, you fucked up, huh? You fucked up, huh? You know your ass is doomed. What you got to speak? If you don't know shit to speak on this topic I'm bringing up, shut your goddamn ass up.
What do you say, Gerard? You ignorant slut.
I don't think I'm God. I ain't saying I think I believe. I know, and if you study the words, you study my book, you will know I'm me too.
You didn't create the heaven and the earth, baby.
But I did. I'm that motherfucker. You know me, don't you?
Hell no, I don't want you.
You don't know me? Just shame on your goddamn ass then. Shit, I'm the motherfucker. Give a fuck what you believe in. Believe in you some goddamn Ku Klux Klan members, don't you? And house nigga, bitch-made ass, ninkum fucking poops, monkey-minded, Afrocentric motherfuckers. You wanna call me and tell me your opinion?